Hey guys, welcome back. Part 5. This will be the final part, how Sailor Moon will hold up in today's TV. And I will be talking about the infamous, I guess you can call it, Season 5 of Sailor Moon, Sailor Stars. First thing I need to get off of here, not a lot of people knew about this until internet came along. I think they might have tried to import it on DVD like back in 2003 or 4. But then they had a copyright issue, so they couldn't really release it. But no, right, like I said, right around 2006 or 7, when we got the internet was at its prime, more people finding that website came out. Like I said, Emma season, and they had it, which was great. So that's how I found out. I didn't even know about it until I actually saw it there back in 07. So so does it hold up? First thing, like I said, it's probably the most controversial. It's probably just behind or tied with Sailor Moon S. One of the thing is the main thing everyone remembers was the fact that the Sailor Starlights would transform. Now, if you don't know about this, and you probably don't, because not a lot of people knew about it, but in the Sailor Moon Sailor Stars, there was these three. They had Sailor Star Maker, Healer, and something. So I can't remember. But there were three of them, and they were guys, and when they were transformed, they would actually switch gender to girls. And when I first, I was like, what the? I was surprised at, really? Now, like I said, by this time, if Sailor Moon Sailor Stars did come out, it would have been the year 2000, maybe 2001. So everything was, I think they were kind of letting off of their restrictions on stuff in kids show by then. So, but still, the fact that even by then, so if you were 7 or 8 when Sailor Moon came out, 4 years later, you've been 8, 9, 10, 11, so you've been about 12, almost a teenager. So I think it would have been okay for some teenagers to see them switching genders, but even still, they still would have kept it a 7 show. So anyway, it still wouldn't have mattered. So, and Sailor Moon, in the last episode, she was completely naked, although, which was really weird. I don't understand why they they don't give the characters nipples. Have you ever noticed that? Like some shows they don't do that, and guys they don't do that, and girls some episodes they don't do. Like I said, the last episode they don't do that for Usagi, and I don't know, and I think it's more of a loophole. Okay, well, if we don't show the nipples, then it doesn't really officially count as a breast or something, so that way we can get away with it if we're putting in a TV-14 show. And I think that's why they did that. But anyway, another thing is Sailor Moon's transformation, Eternal Sailor Moon. I really didn't like it. I mean, it was okay, but I didn't understand the whole point of the wings. Was she supposed to be an angel, a savior of people or something? And then she had those weird bulgy things on her shoulders, reminding me of a football player. I didn't get it. It was okay, but it wasn't that great. The attacks, the Outer Scouts got got a power boost. Saturn comes back, which is great. And the main villain, Queen Galacticus, I think. I can't remember because it sounds the same as that Marvel guy, whatever. But she's said to be the most powerful Sailor Scout. Now, for those of you who don't know the story, since it's in Japanese, these the Sailor Starlights, as they're called, come to Earth trying to save their queen from Galacticus, the most powerful Sailor Scout in the whole universe. We find out that there are more Sailor Scouts. So you'd be Sailor Iron Mouse or Sailor Doctor or whatever. But the thing is, I honestly did not like that concept because they did the same thing with Digimon, in the season 2. Most people didn't like that because there were all these Digi-Destin out. And the thing is, when you hear something like Digi-Destin or a Sailor Scout, you think there might be a few 10 or something. But when you see everyone is, you don't feel that special anymore. So that's the same thing with with Digimon, there's so many wow, there's so many. I guess I don't feel special anymore. Everyone's Digi. That's saying that everyone's a human. You don't feel special. That's the same thing they would say that there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Sailor Scouts spread throughout the entire universe. So by this point, the Sailor Scouts, I like the inner ones because they match the planets and they have different personalities. But now they're saying there's hundreds of them. It's what? Well, great. I guess I'm not that special anymore since there's plenty of other Sailor Scouts out there. So for me, it was good, but I didn't like that concept a lot. Yeah, so in the ending, another thing with the ending, Sailor Moon didn't want to kill Galacticus, even though technically she did save her, but honestly, if you killed her, it would have been justified. But the thing is, I have to address another thing, with the last 2 seasons of Sailor Moon, they sort of did it in S, but not really noticeable, and they did it more in Super S and Sailor Stars, was the fact that they were really trying to push it with the do not kill anyone under any circumstance type of thing. And I can understand like if it was a girl show, but still, killing someone is justified. Like with Hitler or something. It's justified to a certain point. But with like Galacticus, she was stealing like thousands of people's starlights. So I think that was justified. And Sailor Moon had no choice because she had to defend herself because Galacticus was going to kill her. So she would have killed him, would have been justified, and we all would understand it. But she would just refuse to kill her. And I thought, come on, even people would buy that you could kill her, because it was justified. So I thought they were kind of hammering on that a little more too much. Again, they did that with Digimon Season 2. Like, they did not want to fight anyone. And they did a little bit in first season, but we'll talk about Digimon later. Yeah, so how would it have hold up if it was released? I think it wouldn't have been like bad, but it would have been like super great. It just would have been just another season of Sailor Moon. But the thing is, if they did, they would have had to change so much. We all knew that they would have had to edit it out somehow. The transformations from boys to girls in that last episode where she was naked. Another thing, like I can't pronounce the creator of Sailor Moon. Forgive me, but I can't pronounce it because I've never heard anyone say it. But I think, and I can't remember, but if it was a he or she that created Sailor Moon, I think it was a she. If not, please correct me. I'm sorry, I don't know because I never heard anyone pronounce it. But anyway, we'll just call it a she for now, if I'm right, hopefully. She actually said that she didn't like the fact that they actually switched genders from boy to girl because it went against her concept of only girls being Sailor Scouts and not boys. And think about it, if they would have been boy Sailor Scouts, boom, that would have been perfect. That would have been the thing to get guys into it. Guys Sailor Scouts. That would have been the thing that would have made Sailor Moon Sailor Stars a 10 out of 10 because that would have gotten boys into it because boys Sailor Scouts, that would have gotten boys and girls into it. So if they would have kept that concept, made boys Sailor Scouts, I think this would have been a 10 out of 10. I think this would have been the best out of all of them, but they didn't, and that's a really downer on their part. Because the Sailor Starlights as guys, they were cool. I liked them. They were cocky and arrogant, but still had understanding and feelings. So that's like would have been perfect for Sailor Scouts as guys. But again, we didn't get it, which was kind of bad. It would have been great if we got it though. Yeah. So overall, I'm gonna have to give it just an 8 out of 10. It's good. It's good. And as a season finale, I thought the ending was kind of mediocre. I think at this point they're like at the whether like a senior or something in high school now. They're like 17, 16 or something, 16 or 17. So and then the last thing they're telling her she's like my name. It's kind of like a recap. So it's kind of like you end what you started. The way she introduced us with her name and everything. So it was an okay ending, but I think it could have been a little bit better, and the fact that I will admit I did cry a little bit, like I was getting water-eyed whenever all the Sailor Scouts were dying, and Tuxedo Mask died. But the thing is, Usagi should have gotten really mad and had a power surge or something like Dragon Ball Z, where she the fact that Tuxedo Mask actually died, with the first season. I thought she should have got like some type of inner power would have awakened her to Ultimate Sailor Eternal Moon or something. I thought that would have been awesome. But as it is, all she did was cry. No, all she does is cry in the last season. When everyone dies, she doesn't actually get up and do something until people actually convince her to, and that was kind of a bit of a letdown. So anyway, yeah, Sailor Moon Sailor Stars gets an 8 out of 10. It was good. It was an okay way to wrap up the series. I might do the movies at some point, but we'll get to that. I just wanted to talk about this, since Sailor Moon's coming back. I just wanted to recap on how the older Sailor Moon series held up. There were a couple of shorts, to my knowledge. All of them were good. They had one with Rini and a vampire, so I don't know. Then they had one with Uranus and Neptune at a hotel. Then they had a quick kind of a fourth wall episode, I think. Yeah, so they were good. Probably talk about the movies in the future, but that's it for now. Treat wise, nope, nothing really. Just I could tell you another free anime site if you want it. Animefreak.tv. This one, anime season, they have more anime, but that's it. They just have anime. Whereas Anime Freak, they have anime, a better description, an age thing, categorized and stuff, and it has more windows you can watch it on. So like if one doesn't work, you switch to like 2 or 3. While that one just has 1 or 2, and it kind of freezes. Like one quick thing, when you watch on a PS3, like anime season, and you try to delete the advertisement and you click the big screen, it freezes on you, and it does that every single time. I don't know why. Either it's just my internet route I'm using, or if it does that like on, I think it doesn't do it like on a computer, but it freezes. So with the Anime Freak, it doesn't freeze. So on a PS3, so that's why I think it's a little bit better. But Anime Seasons has more anime shows, except for Hamtaro. That's another thing. Anyone remember Hamtaro? The little hamster thing? No one? Yeah. Well, I can't find that anywhere. So if anyone knows where I can find Hamtaro, I would love that, because that was like an adorable show when you were a kid. So if anyone knows where I can watch Hamtaro for free, leave it in the comments below. Cause I'd love to watch that. And yeah, so that's it. Final thoughts. I'm getting Sailor Moon Volume 6 with Chibiusa on the cover in 5 days. Can't wait. Can't wait to see how they bring Sailor Moon S into the manga. Can't wait. Yeah, the first 5 books, I love them all. It's good to see Sailor Moon in a different perspective, how it was originally, like uncut and untouched. So it's really cool. So I can't wait to see how they bring the Outer Scouts into this and see how they hold up. Yeah, so that's it. So that's it. I can't wait for Sailor Moon 2013 summer. Can't wait for it. I'm so excited. Yeah, and sort of like to promote it a little bit, I'll probably do a review of the movies or something. I'm really looking forward to it. And that's it for now. So thank you guys for your time. Please feel free to leave a comment thing about what you think about. Oh, one more thing. Yeah, and the Scouts, the Outer Scouts. Like I said, who is your favorite Outer Scout slash Sailor Starlight? Leave it in the comments below and tell me why. I'm really curious, because like I said, I've never met another guy that likes Sailor Moon. So if you're a guy, please feel free to tell me what you think about Sailor Moon, and feel free what you think about my thoughts. Because I'm just thinking like as a fan, like what I thought. Because I've talked to a few people like on Facebook and YouTube and PlayStation what they thought. So it's not just mine. It's like what everyone thinks. So yeah. So thank you for your time. This is A49 signing out. I'll see you next time.